Joining us right now, Director of Player Development for the Milwaukee Brewers, it's Reid Nichols. Reid, it's Brian Kenny. How are you?
Hi, Brian. Good.
Good to have you on the show. You tell us now, give us someone that's going to come out of your farm system this year that could make a contribution at the major league level.
Wow. We've got some guys. I think the guy you were talking about, Arcia, could do that if there's a need. But if that happens, we're in trouble. You know.
So are there spots open up again? I mentioned you've got very good position players out there, or is this going to be a tough major league club to crack?
Well, no, I'm hoping that all of our major league players have a great season this year. Then we're doing well. But if we're counting on some of our young kids to step in this year, that means somebody's hurt, and we're probably not doing as well as we expected.
Reid, the two of the three players you acquired for Gallardo, Sardinas and Knebel, they're not necessarily prospects anymore. They're a little bit older. But where do you see them fitting into your overall plan?
Well, they're just augment our system. We're actually really deep in shortstops. We've got from Rivera to Arcia to Gomez, played in AAA last year, AA. Ortega, a young kid. Gatewood is one of our high picks. So we've got a lot of shortstops in our system.
Reid, Mike Lowell here. Speaking of shortstops, my question is from a development process, because you have two young guys in the middle in the big league level, Gene Segura and Scooter Jeanette. When you look at Arcia and Jake Gatewood, is there a philosophy where let's just develop them at their most athletic position, or do you take a peek at the big league level and say, hey, maybe we make a transition, I think he'll be better off at second base because we're not happy with what's going on, or he's showing a little bit more power, we move him over to third? What's the philosophy of the Brewers with this?
Well, we would like to put the player where he will have the most success. Arcia he's a great shortstop. I think the kid's got eyes in the back of his head. When he's on the field, he brings everybody's game up a level. He just loves to play the game. So he's played a little second base for us, and he can play there as well as he can play short, but he's a really good shortstop. Gatewood, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry about that. Sorry to interrupt. I was going to ask you about the definition of prospect. It does change depending on your outlook. A guy like Jimmy Nelson, who I figure was the main reason that you guys decided that Gallardo could be a guy you could move because he pitched as well as he did end of last year, hasn't had a full year in the big leagues yet. How much was his development part of the decision to give up your veteran leader as your number one starter?
Well, I really can't answer that on the discussions that trade was made, but I can tell you Jimmy Nelson's going to be a good big league pitcher. He's a horse. He gets a little up sometimes and gets up in the zone, but once he feels like he belongs there and he gets settled in, he's going to have a great career.
All right, Reid, one last thing. Jonathan Lucroy, again, still could be ready for opening day. How does that affect all throughout your organization, especially Lucroy being very durable last year and obviously being an MVP candidate?
Yeah, well, our backup Maldi is the everyday catcher for somebody, and he could step in and do a great job catching now. So we're a little light through the system with catching, so we're not very deep at all there. And if Luke's not there at the opening day, we might be scuffed a little bit. But I have no problem with Maldi playing every day, but that's not my call.
All right, Reid Nichols again with the Milwaukee Brewers. Reid, good talking to you today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.